We're just gonna jump right into things today. We have quite a few casts. I think 3 is the one that I was given. Wait for stream. There we go. Boot it up. Today, first game right off the bat. So you know how last week everyone Schamtoo casted me and got to make fun of me a lot for my play. Well, guess what? Guess what? Sometimes we get payback. You know, what comes around goes around, right? So we're going to be casting Schamtoo's game. I got to make sure I remember who he's playing against real quick. This is kind of embarrassing. I just got home, so excuse the rushness of what everything feels like today. So he is going to be playing against Jake1. So that'll be our matchup for today. Let's jump right into it. Game number 1 on Players Rhapsody as the first map of the week. Alrighty, Players Rhapsody. Schamtoo. Orange Terran spawning up at the top left, which means that the bottom right position is going to be Jake as the red Zerg. And let me get rid of all of these extra things. Whoever's casting this game, I salute you. Thank you, Schamtoo. BossRoss, anything you have to say to that?
I mean, that's
if it's Flash of the Witch, GG. Well, Flash is a traitor.
Oh my god. Right off the bat, what a way to start.
Wow, I'm getting flamed today. God damn. That's awesome. I actually didn't know I was going to be casting it, so thank you, Snipe, for giving me those wonderful, wonderful replays to abuse.
I'm wondering if he tuned into a couple of these and saw that and gave it to you. I wouldn't imagine he has the time for that, though. It's just fate, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, man. So anyways, how's your day been, BossRoss? How have you been?
It's been eventful, but fine. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Some work, some StarCraft.
You know what? That's
Sounds
what
like
I
a
like
good
to
day.
hear. Yeah, sounds like a good day. I finished work just now. I got home, ran home, was just like, all right, I'm a little late for these casts, but here we are. Anyways, looks like Schamtoo opting for the Depot Scout. This is a very early scout. Not sure if he actually believes that Jake is going for pool. I mean, that's possible that he sent this SCV out super early for that reason. But we'll see. Both participants are tipsy. Interesting.
I guess they decided to have a couple of rounds before they have a couple of rounds.
Yeah, exactly. Have you ever played StarCraft while drunk before?
Once, but not in a 1v1 setting. I just did like UMS.
Okay. Looks like 12 hatch out coming out here from Jake. I've played a couple games tipsy before. It is interesting because you just laugh at all the mistakes you do, and you forget to build supply depots very frequently, I will say.
I would imagine that's the case.
Anyways, yeah, everything is pretty good to go here. Schamtoo actually opting for the supply depot before command center. A little interesting here after seeing the 12 hatch as well come out from the Zerg player, but I guess he just wants to make sure that he gets that supply depot up and running. Normally you get command center if you see the 12 hatch come out immediately. So
yeah, and you can hold off on Marines because, you know, no pressure's coming just yet.
Yep, exactly. And he knows the spawning pool timing as well. And Jake looks like potentially doing the 2.5 hatch build, or maybe just a 2 hatch build. We'll see. But he has not opted for the standard, the more economic 3 hatch style. As we can see, no 3rd hatchery out on the map yet.
Well, he does have a drone positioned to take one here at the 3 o'clock.
Completely thought that was an overlord, and you're absolutely right. We'll be taking that 3 o'clock base as his 3rd hatchery, so it is going to look like a 2.5 hatch build. And Schamtoo might sniff something's up. He does have the SCV inside of the base, and not really seeing too much else going on. Does see also the relatively, I wouldn't say high drone count, but definitely a drone count that is potentially suspect of a 3rd hatchery somewhere out on the map.
Well, he certainly has to know he has money banked because he doesn't see anything. You know, traditionally Zergs are going to spend it on that hatchery with how many drones he has.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see how smart he's going to be with this scouting SCV. Unfortunately, goes down right there, so he's going to have to send out another one to the map if he's ever going to find this 3 o'clock base. But that base is now about 2/3 of the way done. Well, we have a couple Zerglings out now for Jake to potentially put on some pressure from Schamtoo. Schamtoo nice with the supply depot wall off. This will help him defend against these kind of Zergling shenanigans early on, especially if we see Jake going for something like Lurkers. And the fact of the matter is, he actually does not have a second gas just yet, so this is a little bit more indicative of a Hydralisk tech rather than the Spire tech.
That would be interesting. I haven't yet really casted a game that someone went for Hydra play instead. But from what I've heard, it's pretty powerful.
Yeah, Zerg typically needs that second gas in order to get a good round of Mutalisks out. But his third base has finished, and he's going to probably start droning up from there. And now making a couple of creep colonies now that he's seen Schamtoo kind of poke out with these Marines. Always a really nice tactic here from Terran. Just to poke out a little bit and kind of get Zerg a little bit worried that a timing attack with Marines might come. But actually, no, just coming in with one creep colony up. There's a second one going down now. Never mind.
Scouting this third is going to be very important for him, though. It's really important to know whether you're playing against 2 bases or 3 against the Zerg.
Yeah, especially because
but it looks like he might just find that out.
Yeah, his SCV is going down there. Lings are en route to potentially intercept this, and no, never mind. The SCV just going to go down to natural base. Jake should see this. Should have seen this SCV. Might have just not paid attention to the minimap there while his Lings are running away. But definitely wants to come back and kill that off, because now with his SCV gonna see, well, I mean, the Sun Colony will stop it, but imagine if it got into the base, you'd see exactly what's going on. But yeah, Hydralisk Den is now being constructed here for the Zerg player. So like I said, with the only one gas, typically you don't see Mutalisk play, and a second later gas. So Lurker's gonna be out on the map. We'll see if he goes for those stop Lurkers. Scan coming down, scouting the Hydra Den, so you will know it's Lurkers. And looks like nothing too much else here from Schamtoo. Just going up to 3 barracks, and has got the engineering bay out. I'm not sure if stim or range has finished because the academy is not lighting up. I probably should have checked that. There's +1 started now. Oh, +1 armor. Interesting.
Yeah, he's scouted the Hydra Den.
Yeah, this is quite interesting. I've actually typically just seen +1 attack anyways. Schamtoo knows.
It really helps to have that armor because it takes 3 spines instead of 2 to kill Marines. So if they're going Lurker, it's quite advantageous to get armor first.
Yeah, I definitely agree that the armor first is very good. I just have never seen it. I usually think that just getting +1 attack anyways just allow you to bust through things a lot more easily. But I agree, survivability is very, very important here against these fast Lurkers, especially against stop Lurkers. If he has 2 stop Lurkers out, you might be able to survive long enough to kill them off before your units die to those spines.
Looks like the first push is going to come out for him now. And we don't have Lurkers ready. Lurker aspect is not quite yet done. So he's going to need to sunk it up hard here.
Yeah, he definitely needs to. He's already got 4 now at the natural, so that should be enough to deal with this attack, considering there's only 3 medics with this army. Remember that 1 sunken kind of deals damage at the same time that 1 medic heals a Marine. But these ceilings are going to end up going down. The firebat actually went down, which is kind of important, because if he goes for a drone pull here to defend against this attack, he is going to need those drones to stay alive, whereas the firebat kind of just says, nope, drones are completely useless. But now Lurkers are finally en route, and looks like the first scan is going to see the first couple of Lurker eggs morphing.
Yeah, and he's definitely going to be too late for this, but, you know, it's fine. It's not a big deal. He could just kind of camp out here. Oh, looks like he's going to go in anyways.
Yeah, this is actually big.
Oh, I don't know about this.
Yeah, Lurkers are now out. He's going to have to pull back right afterwards, and getting out the 1 sunken is potentially relevant later on in the game when he's going to try to break with siege tanks, but losing a lot of that army there, unfortunate for Schamtoo. More importantly, though, he did manage to keep all these 3 medics alive. That's really important because he doesn't need to remake those, use more gas on them than he needs to, and now he's going to find his 3rd base here with this 1 Marine. He's going to see the creep that's extended out here. A little bit difficult to see on the minimap, but he should know that this is here now.
Yeah, I mean, definitely from his vision, he can see the creep, so... he's going to run in for Rude Awakening there. If he didn't know then, he knows now.
Yep, absolutely. 3 sunkens over there as well as Lurkers. So, you know, Jake is in a very good position. He's got that 3rd base, can easily take that 3rd gas, which is something he should grab as soon as possible now that he's going for that Hive Tech, as well as starting up that Carapace upgrade, and most likely starting up that melee or spine upgrade as well. But on the other side of the map, Schamtoo doing a pretty good job here of macroing up. He's got 4 barracks, got the siege tanks, siege mode probably already finished potentially, as well as the science facility coming along the way. So everything going smoothly for both of these players. I would say that this game is going to be very dynamic moving forward to the mid to late game. We're going to see how well Schamtoo is able to break those sunken lurker lines once he gets out those science vessels.
And it's going to be interesting, too. Siege tanks can shoot over this wall over here, so it can be pretty dangerous for Zerg to hold.
Yeah, luckily for Jake, he does not have any of these structures over closer to that wall. Very important there because, you know, we did see in one of the other games during the CPL that if you put some guns along this wall here on the very left side, they get easily taken down by siege tanks, and there's nothing you can really do about it. But like you said, there are potential spots here along the wall at the north side of the space that are able to go. But look at this big lurker flank.
Oh boy, he's going to squash it.
Yeah, and that's a dead Terran army.
Well. Oh yeah.
That's a very dead Terran army. Really well played there by Jake. Really good flank there. I think Schamtoo maybe overcommit there. Not enough medics as well. And he didn't really have vision of this flank path that was very necessary. And now, both players, this bridge, I really feel like this is not a place for Schamtoo to try to push right now. But never mind. He manages not hold too much past the bridge. But now,
oh boy,
oh, this is just difficult. This is gonna be so slow here for Schamtoo. Yep, just slowly frog your way back while you get up that oh, never mind. I was gonna say Defiler Mound, but instead Ultralisk Cavern on the way. Does finally have the third guy. I'm not sure about this Ultra Tech, to be honest. He's only had 2 gas for the longest time ever, and doesn't really have that third gas even finished yet. So.
Oh, he's losing some lurkers retreating, though, as well.
Yeah, he will finally finish off this army. Losing another lurker potentially, no. Luckily for him this time, we'll be able to clean it up. But meanwhile, on the other side, Schamtoo gonna find 2 lurkers here in the middle of the map that are unprotected.
Oh, that's really unfortunate. That really stings quite a bit.
Yeah, these lurkers, not a unit that you want to lose for free. Gotta at least get a couple of those Marines out. But Schamtoo, meanwhile, just continuously pushing along this middle portion of the map with his reinforcements and really wants to take down that third base, considering that it is one of the most important bases essentially for Zerg. I mean, you know, dropping the main is cool and all, getting some drone kills, but really getting his third gas off the table is really the most important part of the Terran job in this matchup. Meanwhile, the other side of the map, we do see Zerglings postured for a potential counterattack and even going after maybe Schamtoo's potential third base that he's currently setting up. Yeah, right now this is just getting shelled.
Yeah,
So
the siege
terribly.
begins, and with having ultras instead of defilers, I mean, it's not really going to have any way to protect this. There's no Nidus up either to get additional units here.
Yeah, the fact that there are 3 siege tanks here means that this break comes very quickly. But we're going to see how well he's able to defend. A couple of these Zerglings getting here foddered. And the first Ultralisk is out. We'll see if he is managed to take down one of the tanks here. But I just really don't know where the rest of Jake's army is. He really needs to bring back all of his units here to defend against this. This is a very scary push with the Marines having 1 armor as well. So these lurkers are not going to be effective enough to take them out, especially with all these vessels overhead. Irradiate's finished as well. So both these lurkers are getting irradiated. And I think this third base is just completely gone. There's only 1 lurker left to defend.
Yeah, it's certainly going down. There's no saving it from here. And it looks like he's already sending another drone out to set up shop at the double gas in the bottom left.
Yep. Zergling's coming around here. Maybe able to get a couple of these siege tanks. This will be good for him. Oh, what a clutch D-Matrix. That 2 HP D-Matrix.
Wow.
Schamtoo. That's pretty good, man. We'll see if the Hydra's able to finish it off. But, nope, 1 HP now.
No dice. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God. He is just laughing about it, man. The 1 HP siege tank. Oh, boy. We'll see if these Zerglings are finally able to kill it off. Nope. 1 HP still.
No dice.
The hero siege
These
tank.
ultras will surely get it, though.
Surely they'll be able to get it. GG well played coming out from Jake here. Oh no, the hero take goes down right as he GG's. That's unfortunate.
Some good GG timing.
Yeah, good GG timing. But yeah, ended up losing that third base unfortunately. Didn't really have an army there, I would say. Really needed to look for that a little bit better of a macro and potentially a different tech option there. Defiler Man might have been a little bit smarter. But yeah, we're going to go into game number 2 now. After a pretty solid game 1. Both players starting off the game very strong. But Yeah, that mid game, I think that Jake had a great flank there. We saw, but the macro just kind of slipped a little bit. I think, and didn't really have units to defend.
Well, the macro certainly didn't break for Schamtoo. He resupplied that army pretty quickly, headed right on over, no hesitation. Killed the third and got the game.
Yeah. Can I ban this guy from the lobby? I don't mean to be mean.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
okay. All right. Can't shoot, I'm sorry.
That's Can't Shoot. He's another fellow CPL member.
Yeah, I love you. 2.
2?
I want to say 2, because I casted his game, and I haven't casted a single Tier 3 game yet.
Gotcha.
So
the Tier 3 games are fun.
I saw Doc Holiday cast that one game where it went Wraith versus Guardian. That was a very interesting game.
Yeah, I casted that one with him. It was Blockhead versus Caramel. That was a fun one.
I think everyone was kind of weirded out by that game. It was just a game that probably should have ended like 20 minutes earlier than it ended.
Yeah, and the Zerg should have taken it down, but Terran remained strong. Going with the Wraith switch.
Yeah, man. Alrighty, we're jumping into game number 2. This is going to be Jake's map pick here on Circuit Breaker. He's going to be spawning here at the bottom right as the orange, almost a Terran, orange Zerg. Dog Holiday's cute. I beg to differ. Sorry, Sham.
And at the top right, we have Schamtoo, the white Terran.
Yep. Dog Chan cast my game. Yeah, sorry to bust you guys a little bit here, but my C key is broken. Maybe it's on a macro. But I actually don't feel like a macro in StarCraft is actually that useful.
Yeah, I'm not sure it would be. What would you macro it to do? Press SD for you, so you don't have to select the larva and
I guess. I don't know. Because the problem is, so in a game called Hacksball, we had a macro that allowed you to spam X, which is the kick option. And it really helped you like get through blockades or whatever in the game. And so people would macro the button X and would basically every time you hit X once, it hit it 5 times instead. So what ends up happening is if you did this in StarCraft, you would queue up like 5 SCVs or something like that instead if you had the money to do it.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine that would be that useful. The most useful thing I ever had was back in the day. I played a lot of Zero Clutter, which is like a 3 vs 3 UMS variant. That's like a fastest map. And so you end up having, like 40 gateways.
Yep, 40 hatcheries, whatever.
Right, exactly. And I had some sort of tool back in the day that it was like a select all hack where you could just click one building and click, Zealot or Dragoon, and it would build them all on all your gateways.
Oh, okay. So you play StarCraft 2 then, is what you're saying.
I guess so.
Oh, man. Imagine if that were a thing in Brood War, dude. Zerg would be so strong.
Yeah, that's what everyone says. If you have unlimited control groups, Zerg would just win. It would be unfair.
It would be completely unfair. Actually, Protoss vs Terran would get even harder. Because imagine a Protoss army just having to click 4D and getting D like Dragoons on all of his gateways while he's like trading armies in the middle of the map or something, That'd be scary. As a Terran player, I would never want to see that.
Yeah, especially when they have gateways all over the place, because they usually put gateways in at least more than one main.
Yep, especially on a map like Circuit Breaker. Coincidentally, we're on this map. And actually, getting to this game, a little bit of an interesting development here. Schamtoo opting for the gas after barracks. So, looking like a 1-1-1 build here coming out from Schamtoo. He's going to wall off his front with both the barracks and the factory. So, very nice positioning here from Schamtoo. Actually, the SCV a little bit confused right now. I think he's going to put a machine shop right there afterwards.
Yep.
But yeah, 1-1-1 build, going to be very interesting here to watch. And this Overlord might see it. It's coming in here. Does he see it? He only sees the barracks. But, he needs to pull his Overlord back right now. Because if he keeps going in, yeah, he's going to end up losing it. That's your pace.
And he didn't even see an SCV returning with gas either, so he didn't see anything there.
Yeah, so this, gonna be in the dark a little bit. Might need to send a drone scout over. Is Schamtoo? Yeah, Schamtoo might actually send this Marine all the way around to intercept this Overlord here, trying to get into a good position to hide. Unfortunately here on the map Circuit Breaker, there's only really one location or 2 locations near the base to hide your Overlord.
Man. We have a very early third base going down from Jake in the bottom left there.
Yeah, it looks like once again another 2.5 hatch build here, but always hiding at third base. This is a build that I think people like Jayan really like. For those who don't know, Jayan, very good StarCraft player, foreign Zerg player. Usually, I would say in the top 15 of all of current foreign players. By the way, the Overlord going down really bad here for Jake, and to send him back quite a bit.
Yeah, it's always a bummer to lose that first.
Might lose that Marine in exchange for it. You see these Zerglings moving across the map, though. Trying to get revenge.
It's gonna be close.
Yeah, it's gonna be close. 3 Marines up here. Schamtoo probably might need to pull an SCV. The Marines are trapped up against this barracks, though. So okay, never mind. There is a small
they can
wall.
slide.
All right,
Yep.
that's pretty good actually from Schamtoo there. And we see the starport coming up, as well as Vulture speed, as well as a few Vultures coming out. So this is the more harass-based 1-1-1 rather than the more economic-based 1-1-1, where you see just get 1 Vulture out, no machine shop just yet, you immediately go for the command center, and then get the starport. But this is a fine build as well. No notch. What's the word? No disrespect. No, I wouldn't say disrespect, but not to criticize the build choice of Schamtoo. I think this build is actually very powerful, especially in the lower levels where people have a much harder time dealing with harass.
Yeah, as long as you can control it well. The difficulty with 1-1-1 is you just have very small amounts of everything. Different kinds of units, small amounts. They're very hard to control. And we'll see how he does with it, with these first 3 Vultures coming out and the Wraith. And I believe this is the first Jake has noticed that he's
no sunken.
had a factory. I think he didn't even know it was 1-1-1 until just now.
In fact, the
I don't think he ever even saw the factory.
The speed's finished, and notice that there's no sunken, no Hydras at all.
Oh, this is
gonna be this is gonna be ugly.
This might be the game right
this is it's pretty much game. I think even if he builds Hydras out right now, which he's doing, it's a little too late. His economy is just now completely shambled. And
supply blocked already.
Supply block because of that Wraith, and no natural for Schamtoo. As Jake mentioned, should realize this is a one base play. All these drones going down. Schamtoo can start his command center now after this.
This is game over.
This is ugly. I gotta say, this is unfortunate here for Jake. Yeah, gotta figure out when that CC timing is, Zerg players, to deal with that 1-1-1. Really important, because if you don't get that sunken out early on, especially after Schamtoo went for this speed first build, it's just you lose the game, and there's no real way of coming back.
Yeah, there's a total of 9 drones for Zerg total. That's not going to be enough to do anything.
Yeah, he's already down by 20 supply this early on the game. Schamtoo is even getting his command center out at the same time. Vessel out even. Jesus, look at this teching from Schamtoo here. It's just incredible to see. And the Hydra's out of position. Overlords in the main are going to end up dying as well now. I mean, he's... Oh man, this game looking pretty good for Schamtoo. Really caught his opponent off guard.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's really important to scout if your opponent's going 1-1. You need to be able to get that sunken up and have Hydras ready for the Wraith.
Yeah, on top of that, even got Spider Mines now back at home, so any kind of counterattack won't work. Vessels out, Radiate's about to finish. I mean, he's covered on all fronts essentially. I would say the only thing that he might go for at this point is siege tanks, and then he's really covered. Definitely wants to go for a couple more barracks though. He's only got his production is quite low, given that he did go for 1-1-1 and went for fast tech with the early science facility rather than going for more barracks. But I mean, again, at this point, it doesn't really matter. Look at this, the drone pull here from Jay, going for the all-in. But again, Mine's kind of shutting this down anyways. I mean, what are you gonna do with drones against vultures?
I mean, this is literally his only chance. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't already GG, but these mines are just going to eat these Hydras up.
Oh no, and another mine!
This one might even get some drones.
I like the spirit of Jake, man. You know, in a position where you have no chance of coming back if you played Standard, you might as well just do this, right? There it is. GG, well played. Schamtoo taking this series 2-0. Very well done here by Schamtoo. I will say, Schamtoo, I don't think you belong in Tier 2.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he's down there as well.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've always said that Schamtoo has always been a very solid player. I know he bashes on himself a lot on stream. He'll be like, "God damn, you know, should have won that game, whatever." But yeah, Schamtoo, buddy, you belong in Tier 1. That's all I'm saying.